Hello and welcome back to Software Engineering Tales. Today we are going to talk about goals and tasks and especially barriers that we can find on our way to success and to victory basically. And sometimes, some barriers that we find on our way may seem right impossible to cross. So today I'm going to tell you just a few techniques that can help you overcome these difficulties and let you enjoy the success and overcoming your goals. I'm shooting today at quite special place. This is a small property with quite a huge garden we bought like 2 years ago, and it's our escape place. It's our safe haven outside of the city where I can spend time with my family in the middle of the nature, also balance out all the time behind the screen and all the time, looking into the code with just being outside, doing a little bit of manual labor and having some physical activity. Also calm walks throughout the woods. There is nothing better for keeping your mental health and the balance in my life, I guess. Today, I want to talk about goals, about tasks, and especially about the time when you get stuck, when some goal or task sounds right impossible. But before we get to it, let me invite you to a small tour throughout this paradise, throughout this safe haven of our family. When I first started trying to shoot my first vlog, it was such a failure for me because basically I went to the city and tried to shoot something for like 3 or 4 hours, but I just wasn't able to do that properly. I was just walking through the streets and I was embarrassed to have my camera out and it wasn't working, and I just came home and I was ready to give up. But then I talked with someone and I got one really, really good advice, which I'm going to share with you. If you get stuck at something, it probably just means that your steps are too huge, that your steps are too big to overcome. And when you are trying to climb up through this, huge step, when you slip and you fall down, it really hurts. So for me, that meant doing things like first trying to shoot something sensible in Czech and at home, in a safe environment. Then probably switch to English and again try to just shoot something that was not meant for production at home. And then when I accomplished this, I basically created my first vlog, which was just me sitting behind the desk and talking. And when I got through this step, I was prepared to try, going out. And I first shoot somewhere where I was quite sure that I will not meet anyone. And it were these gradual steps that allowed me to finally shoot the second vlog, which I published last week. And here I am, trying the same for the third time. And that's it. You know, when you get stuck, you need to break it to smaller steps. That's the secret. The other tip might be to, seek some feedback. just reach out to someone that you trust and ask them for some feedback and for some advice. The truth is that you don't need to do things alone, because that hardly ever works, right? We have friends, we have colleagues, we maybe have coaches or mentors, and that's okay. You don't need to do everything on your own. It doesn't mean that you are less successful. It doesn't mean that you are cheating. Just use the people around you to help you overcome these barriers. Well, it's getting pretty dark, as you can see, but I just want to finish this vlog because there is actually quite important third thing. Today, everyone is in rush, right? You know, this, I think everyone wants everything fast. I think a lot of people expect that to achieve something is like to watch a TikTok video, 30 seconds and I'm done, and small dopamine dose and I move on. But actually, you can take advantage of that, because if you make your steps really, really small, you can have this tiny dopamine doses every day. And I guess this is my third advice: how to get through barriers, how to get to obstacles, how to get things done, and that's to progress it at least a little bit every day. And quite often, if you just, tell yourself, hell with it, I'm just going to do that for 5 minutes, I can guarantee you half of time you will stick with that for longer than 5 minutes, and you will get a lot of things done. So yeah, that's my third advice. I don't think everything needs to be superb and bombastic and fast-paced and, just awesome. Sometimes ordinary is good enough, right? It was quite short today, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And let me know in the comments if you'd like to know more about how I spend free time here on our summer property, basically. And if you are interested in more like my life bits and pieces. See you in a week.